Welcome to Boston Steve's MLB Breakdown. We're going to cover every game on Friday night's MLB slate, including the Dodgers' Tarik Skubal's return to his former club in Detroit to face the Tigers. I'm Steve Seagrave from Picks and Parlays. We are in action tonight in the MLB. 5% MLB max bet. We're 8-4 with those plays in 2026. I do have a special offer to share with you guys towards the end of the video. But for now, if you guys enjoy this content, you know what to do. Hit that like button if you would. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And drop your MLB picks for tonight in the comment section. We have a loaded slate. Let me know who you like tonight. Sides, totals, props, you name it. Lay it on me in the comments, and I'll check those and respond back. So yesterday's successful video, we had 5 games we covered. Put out 6 plays. We went 4-2. If the Dodgers could have scrapped up just a couple of runs against Chris Sale, we could have went 5-1, but we move on to tonight. As we talked about in the intro, we got Dodgers at Tigers, Tarik Skubal against Drew Anderson. Dodgers should be locked in tonight after being swept by the Braves. I expect Skubal to pitch with a chip on his shoulder, looking to impress in his first start back in Detroit. On the other side, Drew Anderson, pitching for the Tigers. He's lost 3 of his last 4 starts by the run line. Detroit has been struggling since the trade deadline. They've pretty much dropped out of the wild card race, losing 10 of their last 12 by the run line. With LA playing on the road, I don't see another way to look. I think they're going to be locked in with Skubal on the mound. Give me the Dodgers on the run line for the first game on the video. Next up, we got Marlins, Nationals, Yuri Perez, Jackson Kent. Perez has been a reliable option, 3.17 ERA. Quality starts in 7 of his last 9 games. On the other side, the youngster, Jackson Kent, working himself into major league form. But he struggled, 11 earned runs and 11 free passes across only 12.1 innings of work. Miami did just face Kent, and they pulled off a 6-2 victory in that game. This is a much more meaningful game to the Marlins than the Nats, who have dropped out of the playoff race completely. So we're going to take the Marlins on the money line. It's minus 150. You could consider the run line if you want to limit the juice. You can get that at plus 120. I have no problem with that, with Miami playing on the road. But we're going to play it safe and go Marlins on the money line at minus 150. Next up, we got Stros at Mets, Hunter Brown and Christian Scott. Both been solid. Brown definitely has better numbers on the surface. However, you look at Christian Scott's underlying metrics, and those numbers suggest that this pitching matchup is just about a wash at this point. Mets lineup swinging a hot stick. Astros not too shabby either, but you look at New York, very impressive in the month of August. 4th in WRC+, 4th in ISO power. I'm going to lean towards the Mets at home with the slight plus money. Not my favorite play on the board, but we'll lean towards the plus money with the New York Mets. Next up, we got Kansas City in Cleveland. Michael Walker, Tanner Bybee. 2 pitchers very familiar with the opposition as they've been division rivals for quite some time. And both teams have been on fire. Kansas City winning 10 of their last 11. Cleveland coming in on a 7-game winning streak. Walker has been great. 2-0 with a 1.93 ERA in his 2 outings head-to-head this season against Cleveland. Bybee has faced the Royals a handful of times. Not a handful, but 2 or 3 times during the campaign. Not quite as sharp. And he owns an ERA just below 5 in the month of August. So he's not pitching as sharp as we've seen him pitch early in the season. Again, I lean towards the Royals. I just don't trust this bullpen still. You get plus money on Kansas City. I much prefer maybe playing the first 5. But we're going to just look towards a player prop here. One of my favorite player props on the board today, Bobby Witt Jr. Over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. Minus 120. It's a line we've seen him clear in 57% of his games on the season. And he has rocked Bybee. 9 for 24 against him. 3 home runs, 5 free passes. Vinny Pasquantino's had great success against Bybee as well, going 10 for 17. That's a couple spots below Witt. So maybe that would end up into being a run-scoring opportunity for Witt Jr. So for this one, we're going to lean on Kansas City at the plus money, and we're going to look towards Witt Jr. to go over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Next up, we got Padres, Rays. This should be a good one. Casey Mize and Shane McClanahan, the lefty. Both pitchers struggling a little bit with some injuries this year. McClanahan has dealt with some injuries during the 2026 campaign. Casey Mize rolled his ankle in his last outing, and I just haven't liked what I've seen from Mize since he's joined the Padres. We've seen him really, really struggle in 2 of his 4 outings since joining this San Diego club. We know the Rays have all year, they've crushed right-handed pitching, especially the top of this order. Their closer, the Rays' closer, is on the IL. At this point, he's not going to be available, but this just seems like too good of a price. Rays play great home baseball, and at minus 125, we're going to go with the Rays here on the money line. Next up, we got my Red Sox going into the Bronx to face the Yankees. Patrick Sandoval, Cam Schlittler. Sandoval's barely keeping his head above water. 3 walks in 3 of his last 4 outings. Schlittler has obviously been elite. However, the Red Sox did manage to get to him a little bit in his last outing. Red Sox lineup has been hammering right-handed pitching for quite some time. This seems like a very low total to me. I know the Yankees lineup isn't at full strength, but at 7.5 in a game at Yankee Stadium with the Red Sox playing, we're going to go over 7.5 for Red Sox Yankees. Next up, we got Rockies Braves, Sagano against Grant Holmes. Atlanta's been red hot. They've just swept the Dodgers. Pretty impressive stuff there. Sagano really struggling in his last 2 outings. 11 earned runs across only 8 innings of work. Meanwhile, you got Holmes lights out in 3 of his last 4 outings. He's thrown a complete 6 innings scoreless in 3 of his last 4 outings. So he's been very sharp, facing a Rockies team that we know struggles all year, especially hitting on the road. Rockies coming in cold, 2-8 in their last 10 games. I always talk about how I don't like backing teams on the run line at home, but this is a situation where you can get the Braves minus 1.5 at plus 100, and that's going to be our look for Rockies Braves. Next up, Mariners against Toronto. Emerson Hancock, Dylan Cease, 2 very reliable starting pitching options in this game. Obviously, Cease, a Cy Young candidate with a 2.37 ERA. However, Hancock has held his own as well. 3.37 ERA on the season. These are 2 lineups that just struggle to score runs in both of these venues, regardless of who is playing at home. It's in Toronto, but both lineups bottom 3 in runs scored on the year. With these 2 solid starting pitching options, we're going to go under 7 for Toronto and Seattle. Next up, we got Rangers heading into Milwaukee. Corey Bradford, the lefty. Logan Henderson, the righty from Milwaukee. Both teams have been swinging hot sticks. Henderson has been great. He's been elite. But Texas has a 111 WRC plus over the last 2 weeks. I expect Milwaukee to do the heavy lifting in this one. However, I think Texas can contribute. Bradford generally doesn't pitch very deep. This Rangers bullpen has struggled. You look at the last week or so, they have a 46%, just about a 46% hard hit rate. So I think this is a spot where we saw Chourio absolutely go off last night, despite Terang not even being in the lineup. I think this is a spot here where the Brewers get a boatload of runs. I think Texas contributes as well. Low number. Let's go over 7.5 for Rangers Brewers. Next up, we got White Sox Twins. Luis Castillo, Dean Kramer. Minnesota just called up the number 15 prospect in the MLB, Walker Jenkins, to fill in a little bit for Byron Buxton. Castillo has just not been himself in 2026. You look at his last 2 outings, he's allowed a combined 8 earned runs across a 7 1/3 innings of work. Kramer's been solid since joining Minnesota. He has an above average K rate, above average hard hit rate. Last time out, he allowed only 1 earned run across 6 innings of work. We can get the Twins at plus money here. We're going to roll with the Twins here on the money line against the White Sox. Next up, we got Pittsburgh and St. Louis, Jared Jones, Quinn Matthews. Pittsburgh lineup has been struggling to score runs in their most recent games. However, nice to have O'Neal Cruz back in this lineup. He shook the rust off almost immediately and really makes this a more formidable lineup. You look at Matthews posting a 6.43 ERA over his last 4 starts. You look at Jones, he's been even worse. August ERA of 7.88. And he's worse on the road, where he's posted a 252 OBA. It's a low number here. This is a spot here where I think we can take advantage and go over 7.5. Despite both lineups not being as trustworthy as we'd like, I still think we see a higher scoring game tonight in St. Louis. Next up, we got Phillies Angels, Andrew Painter and Reed Detmers, the lefty. Philly's been the much hotter team recently. Angels struggling recently. But we've seen this Phillies lineup struggle against left-handed pitching all season long. We got Detmers coming in sharp here with just 1 earned run allowed over his last 20 2/3 innings of work while striking out 22 batters in the process. Painter with a 6.04 ERA on the season. Not my favorite play on the board. I don't love backing the Halos, but at plus 113 here, I think it's worth a stab. Like I said, it's a lean for me on this one at best, but I do prefer Detmers over Painter in this game. Next up, one of my favorite plays on the board. We got Baltimore heading over to face the Athletics. Brandon Young against Jacob Lopez, the lefty. Young has been just sneaky good for this Baltimore team in 2026. 9-3 record, 3.50 ERA. He's allowed 3 earned runs or less in 14 of his last 15 outings, and Baltimore just wins when this guy is on the mound. We got Lopez coming in with a ERA just below 5, a whip just below 1.50. This Athletics lineup has just been decimated by injuries. This is a lost season for this team. It started with Brent Rooker, Shea Langeliers, Nick Kurtz. We saw multiple. Soderstrom now is on the IL as well. So just a lineup that's been decimated by injuries. And then this bullpen, Lopez isn't going to pitch very deep into this game. Athletics bullpen, the worst in the MLB, dead last, 5.62 ERA, 1.52 on the whip. This is a mispriced play in my opinion. We're going to go Orioles minus 108 on the money line, but I don't have a problem, especially with them playing on the road in a friendly hitting environment. You want some plus money tonight? I think you couldn't do much better than Baltimore on the run line. Last up on the docket, Arizona, San Francisco, Cole Drake, the lefty, against Blake Tidwell. We got burnt on an over last night on the team total for the D-backs at Oracle. It's not the best place to take an over. However, we do have 2 kind of untrustworthy pitchers, 2 taxed and untrustworthy bullpens as well. I lean towards the over here at 8, despite this game being played at Oracle Park. But again, not my favorite play on the board. So there you have it. We covered all 14 games on Friday night's MLB night slate. Hope you guys found some of that information interesting. Hopefully you guys can make some cash off of that info. And if you guys want to jump on board with a long-term pass, you can get the rest of my plays right through 2026 for a little bit more than $5 per day. This package will cover all sports, MLB, WNBA, NFL, obviously college football. We got NHL and NBA right around the corner. So tons of sports to cover. We do have a 5% MLB play locked and loaded for tonight. And we've been great with our MLB sides so far this season, raking in 30 units with our MLB sides. And we're 8-4 with our 5% plays as well. So this is a great pass to jump on board. And this package also includes all 5% plays. If you're looking for something more short term, you can get buy 3 days, get 3 days free for $69. That's all over at Picks and Parlays. The link to my page is always in the description, and it's pnp.buzz/ss. pnp.buzz/ss. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're going to be putting them out more often. We're going to be breaking down these games daily and then moving on to a weekly NFL breakdown video as well. I hope you guys like the new concept, and I'll see you guys next time. Good luck, enjoy your Friday night, and hopefully we can make some cash.